Opening a brand new business I could see being extremely difficult.
It makes them think twice before they get behind that wheel.
We will not
How you doing today, ma'am?
tolerate
Heavy drugs, cameras, alcohol, any weapons of any kind?
contraband coming into our facility.
Exclusive Las Cruces Bureau, the city is taking some big steps toward becoming more environmentally friendly. KFOX 14 photojournalist Josh Salazar shows us one group leading the way.
Coming your way.
They're tree stewards, so they're volunteers who are committed to putting trees into parks, helping in our nursery, and educating people about the value of trees in our community.
Probably going to cut these roots off.
I was interested in finding out more about trees, especially trees in an urban landscape.
This slicing is affecting these surface roots.
You know, a lot of people spend a lot of money to go to school to learn this kind of stuff, and this was being offered for free in exchange for volunteer hours, which, you know, we should all be doing anyways.
It's important to really know how well loved all our trees are.
Beautiful. Okay, how are we for this?
Someday somebody will be, passionate about that tree.
Police say the incident started here on Sunny Lane, just outside of city limits, after someone threw a cinder block into the suspect's car window. They say the suspect followed another car all the way here down to Valley and University, where the car drove up on this grass hill, and you can see where it even hit this bush, and shots were eventually fired here. Salinas and his camp tell me they don't know where the video came from. They say they found it on a flash drive that was anonymously placed next to their tent outside of City Hall. Burn Lake used to be a hot spot for fishing, but it's not really much of a lake anymore. It's now bone dry, and the only fish seen around here are dead ones. A lot of the car thefts had to do with missing belongings like cell phones that the driver left behind in the car. But in other incidents, they go after the car itself. In 4 incidents over the last week, the thief got away with what's called the catalytic converter. That's a piece that sits underneath your car. Yesterday morning, Angela Regalado got the phone call she's been waiting for since the day after Christmas.
I'm so excited.
A Las Cruces detective telling her they found missing 1-year-old Nevaeh Hodegui and they were bringing her home. Angela tells me the reunion with her only granddaughter was a tearful one.
She reached for me and gave me a hug. And patted me like that, like she always does. Kissy. Give me kissy. Aww, yay!
El Paso police found Nevaeh with her mom and her mom's boyfriend at the border in El Paso. That's when they arrested 21-year-old Nicole Hodegui and 21-year-old Jose Mendez. The two were found crossing over from Juarez. They had outstanding warrants for child abuse charges when Nevaeh tested positive for drugs in December and was placed into the custody of her grandmother. Angela says she always suspected they could have been in Juarez because Jose had family living there.
She comes first. That's the bottom line.
My buddy was taking me to the hospital. I couldn't breathe, at all.
These are the wounds now left on 22-year-old John Schofield after he says he got into a fight with another man inside his home early Saturday morning.
It hurts pretty bad.
He says he was stabbed with a pocket knife and his friend Gus Woods ran to help him out.
He's holding himself in his blood,
Gus says he tried to call 911, but an operator never answered. So Gus says he jumped into his truck and took his friend to the hospital himself.
So I was just well, by the time they get here, I can have him at the hospital.
A neighbor who witnessed the fight says she also tried to call 911 for help, but says it kept ringing and ringing for up to 5 minutes without an answer.
How do I know next time that something is happening to me, I'm going to call 911. Is anyone going to come on time?
To give them the opportunity to get on the line with you.
What's your address?
The county recommends waiting on the line for an answer. But John, meanwhile, says his friend's decision not to wait around for the operator may very well have saved his life.
I'm just glad to be alive.